You would think we're a Mopar family. Welcome back, fellers. We're going to do a quick video today, and I'm going to put LEDs in there. I'm going to do it cheap, too. Okay, first thing I want to talk about, these are just my my blinkers and my reverse lights, but you'll need all four of them. My brake lights are already in the tail light because I stumbled upon something, but it took a little bit of research and I figured it out. So go ahead and get the Sylvania Zevos. Make sure they're the Zevos. 3157. The Zevos are just brighter. That's the only reason why I said to get the Zevos. But get 3157s or whatever's compatible, but in two reds. So you got two packages of reds, one amber, and one white. So there's four packets you'll get, and they're about $20 a piece. We're going to try to get LED taillights inside of this truck for about 80 bucks. And also, you can get these packages on Amazon. That's probably the easiest way to get these, all four of them all together, because I had to go to like multiple O'Reillys to find them because they were all out. One of them had brake lights, one of them had amber. So just go to Amazon, get all four of them, and you can put in what colors you want. Two reds, one amber, one white. And you might actually get a better deal on Amazon. I think I seen something like they were like 10% off or something last time I checked. But anyway, around $20 a piece. So head to Amazon and get them. Okay, the tools that you'll need to do this job. You'll need one 7mm and a 1/4 inch ratchet. I have two 1/4 inch ratchets, but one 8mm on a 1/4 inch ratchet, and a grinder. I have my Milwaukee grinder. You don't necessarily have to use a grinder, but this is the easiest and the fastest way to do it. Okay, get your 8mm. Take out these two bolts here. Simple as that. And then when you're taking off these taillights, I've seen other people say that you pull them this way, kind of out of weight. No, just get this right here. Make sure this side's loose and stand to the side of your truck right here and pull it towards you. The pins come out this way. They don't come at an angle this way. Maybe on the older trucks, but on the 2020 through 2022, they come out. And I fussed with that for a little bit because I watched the wrong video and figured out that they just kind of pop out this way. Like that right there. Then, whatever you can do to make this as easy as possible. I've already had mine out, so mine might come out pretty easy. I struggled with it a little bit at first, but every one of these are push tab, and they're all kind of facing you anyways when you're standing on the outside of the bolt, standing on the outside of your taillight. All of them are kind of facing you. Like the bottom one, the tab is going to be on the top if it's oriented right. And then your reverse light, it's oriented this way. The tab is right here. Push it, it'll come out. This one's probably the easiest. It's oriented up. The tab is on the top. Push it, it comes out. This one is going to be oriented on the bottom if it's in the taillight housing correctly. There you go. You got the whole taillight removed. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a quick little history lesson. And this took some digging. Like, I had to watch a shitload of videos and do a lot of research online because a lot of people were running into this. But in 2017, Ford made their own bulb, and it's called the 4257. Okay, it looks, let me get this out, see if I can do it one-handed. Okay, this is just my reverse light. It looks just like this. This is a 4257 bulb right here. Compared to a 3157, I have one of those right here. I'm gonna put these side by side right here. Okay, this is the difference. 4257 right here. It is angled on the edges and it doesn't have a tab on the edge right here. 3157, which is what if you go to O'Reilly's and ask them for LED taillights for a 2022 or 2020 through 2022 F250, they will say, yeah, all the taillights are 3157, but they're not. They're 40. The reverse light and the blinkers are 4257, but you can get this one, the 3157, to go in. They're exactly the same. The internals are the same. It's just this housing that is different. The 3157 has tabs and it is square on it. Tabs and square. 4257, no tabs. No tabs, and then it's rounded on the edges. But your brake lights, this one and this one, will be 3157s. So you can just slap the red light, the red bulbs in. Your blinker and your reverse light will be 4257. So you have to modify the 3157 bulbs that you bought, and it's super easy. All you do, just grab a grinder, grind those tabs that are on the edge flat, and then just hit it on the edges real quick. Just kind of make them rounded off. And then I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll show you what I have after I'm done. Make sure you got your safety squints on, and go ahead. I can get this on camera. So go ahead and just tap. Okay, just remove, come on, focus. Remove those tabs where it's flat. Then hit the edges right here, just real quick. Hit the edges, round those off. Alrighty, when you're done, this bulb will look something like this right here. Just slightly rounded on the edges. No tabs, those are gone. Just kind of curved on the edges right there. And then you might have to work at it a little bit more just to get it in there. I like to make sure that there's a pretty tight fit, you know, don't work it down too far. So that's all you got to do. And that is only on the reverse lights and your ambers. The brake lights, they'll just go right in. All right, I do a test fit on every bulb because they are singles. They can only be oriented, these bulbs. Some of them aren't, but these bulbs from Sylvania, they can only be oriented one way. So put the bulbs in and plug it in. And I have my truck with a key on auxiliary and the truck in reverse, just so I can see my reverse lights. And then same thing, you can put your truck on, you can put your hazards on and then see. your blinkers. But if the bulb doesn't come on, flip it 180 degrees. Take it out, flip it 180 degrees, plug it back in, and it should come on. Okay, then the bliss system, that's the 7 millimeters. Okay, what I recommend is you can take them out with one of these right here. Don't put them back in with one of these. I've already messed that up. And these screws that come to hold the bliss system in, they're brittle. They break. So I wouldn't recommend tightening it back down with one of those automatic 1/4 inch ratchets. That's what I have this here for, is just because I have broke one before. But this bliss system is, it barely fits in this hole. So it fights you coming out. And you just kind of mess with it. You are against cables. Well, on the bottom of it, that's what it is. The bottom, there is, you know, wiring down there that you got to be mindful of. But take this bliss system out if you can. Okay, and this part is kind of hard. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Okay, see how this is the top of the tail light and this is the bottom? See how your wires go down. You're going to have to put this back in just like that. This one right here is a freaking mess. It's hard to get out. If I can get it out one-handed though. This is a hard bolt to remove. There it is. Okay, it's out. Okay, you have your bulb, the 4257. Pull it out. It's junk. Grab your amber. Push it in there. Then plug this bliss system into the actual tail light. I mean, without it in the tail light, I just plug it into the plug, and then I turn my hazards on, make sure that this is blinking. If not, flip it. Okay, I've got my hazards on. Grab this plug here. Just plug it into the bliss system. There you go. Your bulb is now blinking. And so leave that in there. Put this bliss system back into your tail light. And remember, the wide side is the top, narrow side is the bottom. So when you put this bliss system back in, you want the wirings, the wiring, let me see, it's so short, it's hard to freaking work with. Okay, you want the wiring for your bulb to be on the bottom. So whenever you put that in and rotate it tight, you want the wiring to be oriented towards the bottom of the tail light. Then the bliss system will go in. These tail lights, all the screws, even the ones that go right there that hold the whole housing in, they're all plastic with this wood screw kind of shape design. They're not actual like capsulated nuts. They're just threading into plastic. So try to find the threading that you originally had with them. If not, you'll just eventually waller out that hole where it won't thread anything into it. So get all them started where they'll tighten with your fingers, right here. Make sure that they found their threads, their original threads. Then tighten these down with a hand ratchet. Save yourself a headache and just hand tighten these down. Don't use that stupid Milwaukee because it is really good at breaking things. There you go. It's in there tight. Nothing's broke. Just use one of these on that. And also, I want to talk about the taillights since I haven't put them in. These just plug in. Put them in and rotate them. This is the top of the taillight, bottom of the taillight. Whenever you have these oriented correctly, they will be facing towards each other and out. Or actually towards the truck. And they'll be facing slightly, you know, angled towards each other. This one, you'll come in, put it in, up, rotate it out. It'll be angled this way. This one, right here, rotate it down. That is the correct orientation. Okay, I have every bulb in here oriented correctly. Blinker, tab's going to be on the outside of it. Sorry, reverse light, tab will be on the outside. The bottom brake light will be oriented down. The bliss system, it only goes in one way, but it's oriented up. And then this top brake light is oriented down. So we're going to put all these back in. Grab your plugs. This one, tab, is on the bottom. Snapped in. Grab the next plug, this green one, reverse light. It's oriented out. Right here. So your tab. Let me see if I can do this where you can see. Tab will be facing out. Make sure it's in. Bliss system. Don't get your cables all wired up. Tab's gonna be on the top. It's in. Top one, tab is on the bottom. And it's in. And then just put your whole tail light housing. Line up these tabs right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. These tabs right here. Put them back in the holes. Make sure they're right. Don't just force it in. They'll go in easily. And then these right here, wood screws, again, into plastic. Find the original threads. Because if you don't, you'll only be able to do it so many times before you got that whole plastic all wallered out. So make sure you find their happy spot. There it is right there. All right. Every 8mm. Also, before I go, I do want to add, you will, with these bulbs, you'll have the hyper flash on your dash, but out here, they'll be blinking the original speed. But that's just something I'm going to live with until we, Morimoto or something like that. But why would I want to spend $400 on bulbs before I end up doing that anyways? So this is the cheap way, and this will get your truck looking good from the back for a good price. And then, after everything's said and done, you will have complete LED tail lights and brake lights for under $100.